Hello Jiu-Jitsu class. We are going to go over all of your techniques for the youth and junior class this month, starting from our side control. First technique we're going to do today is our knee on belly to mount. I'll show you first and do it step by step. First things first, want to make sure proper side control, one chest to chest, head and arm. Want to make sure my knees are nice and close to my partner. I'm not flat like a pancake, just like this. So this is your knee on belly to mount. Alright, knee on belly to mount. So starting with my side control here, head and arm, chest to chest. First thing I do is I take my arm that's under the head out and I form two underhooks. So I have one under each arm. Once I'm here, I'm going to palm up to my knee on belly, just like this. Once I have my knee on belly, my foot that's on my partner's belly is going to be off the ground and I have a kickstand with my other leg. Once I have that kickstand and my knee on belly, I go knee to mat. And then I slap the mat with my foot so I don't get stuck in guard. And I keep on top into mount, just like this. So one time. So step one, double underhooks. Step two, knee on belly. Step three, knee to mat. Step four, slap the mat. Finish with your mount, just like that. That is your knee on belly to mount. All right. Next technique we have here is our first submission of the month, the Americana. I'll show you first, and we'll do it step by step. All right, the Americana. So, first things first, starting from my side control with head and arm, I'm going to sit towards my partner's head and put more weight on his upper body. As I sit down here, I'm now going to make a 2-on-1 on my partner's arm and pin it so it's palm up, just like this. Once I pin his arm palm up, I return to my knees in side control and I make my figure four, making sure that my grips are both palm down. Once I have my figure four, I gently slide my partner's arm back and lift his elbow. Once I get the tap, I release the submission. So one more time. Step number one, I sit towards my partner's head. Step number two, I get my 2-on-1 and pin his arm palm up. I return to my knees and get my figure four. Once I get my figure four, I slowly slide his arm to his side and lift his elbow, making sure I keep his wrist to the mat. And that is your Americana from side control. All right, next technique we got here is your second submission of the month. This is your Kimura from side control. I'll show you first, I'll do it step by step. All right, the Kimura from side control. So, just like the Americana, you add the figure four. So first things first, I'm going to get arm in arm. So I take the arm under my partner's head out, I go arm in arm, kind of like I'm hugging his arm. Step number two, I pin his arm so it's palm down this time. Once I pin his arm palm down, I make my figure four, making sure both my grips are palm down. Once I have the figure four, I'm going to sit towards my partner's head and then step over top. Last but not least, all I need to do now is use my forearm to lift my partner's arm off the ground. And there's my Kimura. Just one more time. Starting from side control. Step number one, arm in arm. Step two, pin palm down. Step three, figure four. Step four, I sit and I step. And last but not least, I gently lift his arm. And there is my Kimura from side control, just like that. That is your Kimura. Yep. All right, last but not least, we're going to show you how to escape from side control. This is your frame escape. I'll show you first, I'll do it step by step. All right, frame escape from side control. So, first things first, my partner's got proper side control. He's not flat on his legs. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make my two frames. So I'm going to have one on my partner's hip and one on my partner's shoulder, straight underneath his chin. Once I have my frames, I turn towards my partner on my side and scoot backwards as many times as I need to. This will make space under my partner's chest. Once I'm here, my bottom leg comes underneath and touches my elbow. This is called my elbow knee. Once I get my elbow knee, I can extend my partner away and get feet to hips. Or alternatively, I can finish with a closed guard as well. Same time. All right. Partner coach Lan here has got side control. First things first, I make my frames. So one on the hip and one on the shoulder. Once I get my frames, I turn on my side to face my partner, and then I scoot my butt backwards a few times. This will make space under the chest. Once I have my space, I bring my bottom knee inside so it touches the elbow. Once I have my elbow-knee connection, I extend my partner away and get feet to hips, just like this. And that way I escape the side control and I get my open guard back. And that is your frame escape from side control.